Hi, but after the burial, both Grandpa and Grandma both had a dream like this. Grandpa's spirit was standing outside the riverbank right behind my house. Naturally, in the middle of the river, Grandpa from under the water surface, he emerged, and he stood normally like a general. Because Grandpa didn't wear normal clothes, he wore on his clothes a set of bronze armor. It was golden and it was shining. It's like this. He stood in the middle of the river and he said to Grandpa, "Don't worry, Baba's fate is over. Don't cry anymore." Luckily, he was still alive at that time. BA didn't do anything. Evil Ba's righteous spirit is much became down here long. King Dragon. He gave BA the position of commander of this river. I'm in charge here from now on. I won't see BA anymore. Number BA, it's over. But rest assured, BA always follows the children. Follow the grandchildren, seeing that then, waking up since then. The grandparents have not seen the great-grandfather anymore. But the grandfather is always very lucky, like there is always AI to follow the degree for his own destiny like that. You hear many times without AI to help. Grandfather would have died a long time ago. Because a few years later, the grandfather changed jobs. Grandfather did not work for hire for others anymore. But it was like going to follow the bus conductor. These vehicles were the type of trucks for people to transport goods from this province to that province. Not modern trucks like today. You hear, but each time it took a long time. Because back then the vehicles were very bad. They were not very good. So it was also damaged running like this for a long time. So every time it went, grandfather had to go for days, very sleepy and could not sleep. At home time, who fell asleep? That's all. Hear the sound ringing in the ear, wake up immediately. But this sound when waking up, it's exactly the voice of my stepfather. No one else at all. It's my great-grandfather. That time was sleeping like this. Here also called, wake up, you wake up. My child just opened my eyes to wake up. Then the whole car hit right on my grandfather's head. If my grandfather had continued sleeping, an accident had happened just now. And another time while driving, then driving far from home. Then suddenly inside my grandfather's heart I feel hot like that. Why are you always restless? Don't know what's going on at home. At that time there was no contact, just worried like that. Not sleeping at all while driving like that. Here in the ear, go home, something's going on. Go home, gone. Like someone told someone to make Grandpa. He drove his car home. When he got home, he saw his whole thatched house in front of him now, burned down. His wife and children were crying outside. The door when asked what, Grandma said she had been cooking. Then the fire caught the wall and burned the whole house. Only had time to pull the children out. Otherwise they would have burned to death in the house. And those were the times Grandpa tried to come back, to warn Grandpa that there was going to be a disaster so he could avoid it. There were many more times later, but Grandma couldn't remember, only remembered that much and told me that's all. I don't know from then until now. Have you heard of an object that people often call a thunder hammer or a lightning tongue? The younger kids don't know, but I'm sure the older brothers and sisters, the girls' big old uncle, well, everyone knows what a lightning hammer is. Its shape is like a hammer carved from stone. Not the hammer that people sell in the market. It's special in one place in the past. People used to tell each other, anywhere where lightning strikes and kills someone, or if no one dies, it's the same after the strike, we go to that place. We dig under the layer of soil. Then every now and then it will have an object just like that. A rock, but it's like someone sharpened it. It has a shape just like Chang, like a hammer blade sometimes. It also has a hammer handle. Always hear that the handle and the blade, they stick together like that for a long time. My old grandparents, people used to tell each other that every time SAO strikes we go, I dug up that hammer blade, bring it home it will. Cure all diseases, for example. If a child at home cries at night, it screams and won't stop. Then take that hammer blade and put it under the pillowcase and give it to it. Then it will definitely stop crying, or if someone has bone and joint pain or swelling or something else. I don't. No, just take this hammer blade and bring it out and grind it. Like sharpening a knife, mix water and let it drip this water. It will come out with a grayish water like the color of cement. Then take this water and give it to the sick person to drink. then it will definitely be cured. These are folk tales from that time on. As for how to verify it, I don't know, because only people in that situation can know yes, it can cure diseases. See or not. Really, science has also proven this phenomenon. In short, people say, when lightning strikes the ground, oh, it strikes once, it carries a very high temperature. Everyone, this temperature can be over 800 degrees Celsius, so with such a high temperature, it will melt all the materials around that place. When lightning strikes directly to the ground, it makes the soil, the rocks, the sand right at that location. It's too hot, it melts. It's like iron, like copper, like zinc. It melts after a period of time. Leave it at normal temperature, it will automatically dry up, according to the shape of this lightning strike. Most of it will create a shape somewhat similar to that hammer blade. So people say, this is the hammer blade of lightning. Here science has only proven that much. People have not proven that this hammer blade, when sharpened, can it cure people or not? Not proven, but people have not denied. If it sounds right, then let it be wrong. Then let it be, because science is science and spirituality is spirituality. This is a story related to the hammer blade. This lightning has a spiritual color, real people, real events. This sister and her family witnessed the way people took out the hammer blade as well as used the hammer blade to cure people's diseases. The story is like this, everyone. Currently, I am in my 40s or 50s. My children are grown up, but these memories I will never forget. Thought these stories may not be that horrifying, but they are very strange stories that I feel admitted. It's real, it's not a dream at all, because it's lasted until now when I'm older. It started from the year I was 89 years old. That year must have been around 80 years old. 83 something back. Then where my parents' house was, I didn't mention. However, I said that every summer, my parents took me to my maternal grandparents' house to play. My maternal grandparents' house at that time was in Binchon. Everyone knows it's like a second Western place. In the old days, it was very remote, all trees, fields and gardens. Back then in my grandmother's neighborhood, there were also some rich houses. People would have black and white TVs. Every night they would go watch TV in droves. 90 o'clock, the return from my grandmother's house, wanting to go to the house to watch TV. It's about 300 millers, but in the middle of this road it has an abandoned house. And I heard adults say it's behind this official's house. It has a ditch out there. Is it haunted? Listen, to you guys who go to the theater, go and come back early, or if you pass by this house, you have to run. Don't look into that house. The ghosts are hiding you. Hear adults yelling like that. But sometimes when you pass by, you secretly look, and I didn't see anything. I don't believe anything at all. But never mind. But my spiritual stories also started from this remote countryside. There was one evening that day, I went to the movies and came back. But I don't know why it rained so hard today. It was heavy. It didn't rain a few days ago. It was strong. Everyone went into the mosquito net and covered themselves with blankets. That's the kind of thing to sleep in the rain, but it's delicious. So, I'm snuggling up under the blanket like this. I'm lying down. I closed my eyes for a while and fell asleep without realizing it. But in my sleep, I can still imagine the sound of rain. It's very loud because my grandmother's roof is a thatched roof. It makes a very loud sound of rain. And there's also the sound of thunder. The thunder here isn't strong thunder. Like lightning, it streaks across the sky. Then it's not until midnight that I'm lying down and dreaming, in a hazy dream. It's like my soul. See myself looking through the window next to where I sleep. I see a whole group of people outside. These people are carrying a palanquin. The palanquin is very big, and the people carrying the palanquin are men dressed like soldiers in the royal court. That's how it was. The person sitting in the palanquin was a woman, wearing a bright red robe, and she was wearing a crown that sparkled. It was a pomegranate like Kim Sate shone all over at that time in my head. I had absolutely no concept of whether it was Buddha's mother or Tae Duong's mother, or a queen, or something like that. I didn't know anything until now. I still vaguely remember the words of a person standing outside the palanquin. People said this: the Holy Mother's mother, Jia Dao, or Jia Lam's mother. I don't remember clearly, but I remember people calling her the Holy Mother. Just walking in the rain like this, no one got wet. That's how it was. I saw that, I jumped up. I ran following people. I watched while running like that. All of a sudden I heard a bang. Doho also. A village is gone, Sister Hard, oh my God. Lightning struck and killed someone, oh my God. Sister opened her eyes out. Then she saw it was still raining outside, but people were pouring out. People were running around in front of Grandma's house like that. Where? Did she hear that lady 8 in the neighborhood said, oh my God, oh my God. Lightning struck and killed him. Then Ra was that guy in the neighborhood. He was a guy who always drank at this moment. Ah, I'm really awake. Grandma's house. Also opened the door. Go out to listen to the news, sister. Also went out. She saw, oh my God, people were holding a corpse. This person here is black and gone. That's Lady 8, his little brother's mother. She said, oh my God, why are you so stupid? So foolish, I told you. Every time you drink what do you swear for? Every time you talk to Hua, the beginning, I swear. I swear I'm lying. Huh, let the sky strike me. Have you seen it now? The sky is striking you. Have you seen Lin? She just said, and she was crying. What does it mean, that guy from last night until now? He went out drinking and didn't know the way home. Became Ra, struck by lightning, and died in the field immediately. The men in the neighborhood, some people, carried this guy Tian's body home to hold a funeral. Some people took Len Anda Ho. Ra did what I don't know. I also stood there. I watched because now the rain has stopped slowly. Adults were there too. I just stood there. I watched, then I saw that those unklesome people took Lent. They dug a hole under there right where the guy from last night died. Digging up? Just asked, oh, Uncle 8, what are you digging for? He didn't say anything because he was a kid, but what the hell is it doing digging a really deep hole like this? I just heard Uncle Chin say, hey, there it is. I found it. It was only then that I saw Uncle Chin. He just put his hand down that hole. He picked up something like a rock, but it was flat. Its tongue was exactly like a hammer's tongue. I know about hammers, but I don't know about this one. That Uncle Chin was so happy. He just said, oh my God, from now on in our neighborhood, whoever is sick or something, just come to my house. Oh my God, I will cure it. Like, people are happy. I don't know why people are so happy. It's just a rock until later when I grow up. I will know what it is. Then I also go home to sleep. After a few days. Then very few people in this neighborhood go to the movies anymore. Because people are also afraid. And also worry about helping with the funeral children. Do not dare to go until dinner the next day. The second time in the dream, I also saw the procession, people passing in front of my grandmother's house. I also opened the door and followed them. But the woman in red sitting on the palanquin, they just told her to stop. The palanquin. I turned my head and they said to me, daughter, go home. My blessing, give me a life. Listen, I will protect you. No one can harm you at all. Go home, people. Just finished speaking and I woke up with a start. Then I saw my grandmother. She was still chewing betel sitting next to where I slept, scratching, clacking in. The old bullet casing. Here I just went to my grandmother's leg. I told her, tell her, say yes. Grandma, last night, I dreamed that I saw it. I also saw it. That woman was sitting on my grandmother's palanquin. I missed her so much I don't know why she was a stranger to me. I felt she was very close and dear. My grandmother also felt strange. That's why. In the afternoon, my grandmother took me to this woman's house. She was called Mrs. Tu. She was also a friend or sister of my grandmother. Mrs. Tu was a witch. She was very good at removing spells and curing diseases. She was very good. When I got there, my grandmother explained my dreams to Mrs. Tu. Mrs. Tu then took me to sit right at the altar in the middle of her house. She gave me a drink of the water offered on the altar. Mrs. Tu then touched my head. Mrs. Tu said this girl, she wasn't possessed by any ghosts or demons. According to Elite, was blessed by the old lady. The old lady. According to the old lady, for him, he was very lucky. Not everyone is like him because in his previous life, he was also a celestial being and not a normal person, like a fairy who committed a sin and became a fairy in this life. He had to be exiled to this human life when he paid it off. He became a fairy, again like that. So somewhere he was still blessed by the old lady, according to the old lady. For him, his fate in the future is generally peaceful. Peaceful and secure. That was the original text of the old lady. Told it again. For you and your grandmother, after stopping by to ask about your things at the old lady's house. Then the two of you went home. On the way back, stopped by the village below. The old lady stopped by the house of another friend of hers. That was Mrs. Six. Chan entered Mrs. Six's house playa. Then see that the daughter-in-law of Mrs. Six Why, what's wrong? Is it painful that you're holding your chest like that? Hey, asked Ra. Then Mrs. Six Sido. My God, my daughter-in-law, she has breast cancer. Taken her to the hospital, but no one can cure it. In those days, it's not like now. So just lying there in pain, not knowing why it's gone, any medicine, it's gone. It's gone. Ra is probably just waiting to die. Grandma heard Mrs. Six say. Then Grandma then said to Mrs. Six, hey, you call your husband, run down to Mr. Six's house, go down to his house, borrow his hammer. He just dug it yesterday. Because my son died, so. Why, hey, I heard that hammer was dug. Ray, bring it up and I'll grind it and drink it. And the disease will be cured, right? Grandma, just dig it up and borrow it from Uncle Chin's house. This Uncle Chin is the guy who dug the hammer yesterday, you see. He was also enthusiastic. Let me borrow it that brought this hammer over. He just told Mrs. Six again, Aunt Six every day. Aunt Six sharpens it once. Give Aunt Six's daughter-in-law a drink, listen to sharpen it like this. Take a ceramic plate, a big plate, and put it down. Then take another small plate upside down. I put this hammer fire right between these two plates. There I started, rubbing back and forth. I was sharpening a knife on a plate. Has anyone ever sharpened a knife? When I held the knife, I glanced back and forth, and the hammer blade I pulled. In and out, it created friction. I added water, and after a while, it would come out a gray substance like cement. Do it every day and every day like that, so less than a month later, then the tumor, right on the chest of Mrs. Six's daughter-in-law, the guy had gathered together, like she got well again, without needing to go to the hospital. Don't know if it's an automatic mechanism that cures the disease, or if it's because of this country making that girl get well. I'm not sure, but it makes the people there believe that this hammer has the ability to cure such incurable diseases. After she witnessed this daughter-in-law get well, her summer vacation was over. She returned home to go to school. Consider that the story about this lightning hammer ended that year. By the next summer vacation, she continued to go to Bin Chan to visit her grandmother's house. Then she was discovered. Another story like this, after a year, when she returned to her grandmother's hometown to visit it. Didn't change at all. It's just the stories that people tell about the abandoned house. On the road from the grandmother's house to the house of the old lady Six who watches TV, that house people still tell ghost stories related to that house. But I was still child. I didn't think much about it. I was very fond of picking this and that fruit, because right behind that house there was a creek, a couple of creeks like this. The 8-shaped fruit was all ripe and yellow. It looked very tempting at that time. There was no shortage of fruit, but I was very fond of picking the 8-shaped fruit. It was fragrant and delicious. So every noon I went out there. I went out there to pick all the 8-shaped fruits. Until one noon, that fateful noon, I went out there. That's when I carried the 8-shaped basket, picked so many. And then I started to walk slowly, walking slowly in that garden to play behind the house. This is a whole garden. It's very dense, but the biggest is a tamarind tree. This tamarind tree is an ancient tamarind tree. Heard it's extremely huge, some people can't hug it. I noticed it's special in one place. It has 2 very big branches. It points out, like a human body with 2 arms spreading out. It's so cool. So I just sat there and thought. I was tired sitting for a long time, sitting for a while, not knowing why, what kind of man and woman are doing. I fell asleep. I took a nap under the tree and fell asleep right there while I was sleeping. In my dream, I once again saw the procession from last year. It was the palanquin carrying that woman in red. I saw people passing in front of me, like this. Then that woman called out to me, Come back quickly, daughter. This place, oh God, is about to strike. The devil, she just finished speaking. Then she woke up with a start. Oh, she opened her eyes. Saw. Oh, it was raining. Drops fell on her body. She couldn't run fast enough. She started to escape from this place. She just ran, only took 1 or 2 steps. She heard the sound of thunder. It made a loud bang right in the place she had just run from. She said, oh my God, she saw it clearly. Really big tree branch, a tamarind tree branch. Lightning struck. It fell with a loud bang if she didn't run. For a while, it was right on her body, so scared she stood there. She looked back for a second or 2. She looked right at the place she had just run. There was a hammer blade. It was exactly like the hammer blade that Uncle Chinhei picked up last year. Year that Brother T was struck by lightning and died. It was so big. It was flying around on the ground like this. That was the place where lightning had just struck, she said. Why is it so weird? Why is it so strange right there? It emits a light, very bright. Is the light of the lightning. I was so scared I left the basket of 8 bottles and went home. Oh my God. I got home like I just escaped from hell. Because it was raining. It was slippery. I ran out and managed to get home. I only got to my grandmother's house. In row BA, that's when I fell down with a thud. Grandma ran out and asked, what were you doing? Why are you running so fast? Are you a robber? She helped me up. Had just sat up when I heard the neighbors. We shouted 7 times outside the back garden. That's the diagonal part of the vacant land. I just ran back there. People were shouting so much. Oh my God, that guy Nam was struck by lightning and died. Who's in the house? Go, 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 thank you. You heard that saying. I knew someone would be struck by lightning because there was a loud thunderclap just now. Grandma ran out. Run out to see what's next. I'm really scared too, but never mind. Put all the fear aside, I ran out to see what's going on. I went out there and saw someone had just pulled up a body. This place is near the tamarind tree knot, right at the tamarind tree. But that body was Uncle Five. This guy, he specialized in fishing in the fields. He was outside every day, and now he was struck by lightning. They just pulled him into the house. Some people. They hadn't come in yet. They were still hanging around the tamarind corner, where I was sitting earlier. I was sitting and taking a nap. I went to the tamarind tree and I saw that under the tamarind tree it was split in half. It had a fire mark. It was still burning and dripping. And right at the crack in the corner tamarind, a liquid was flowing. It was red and it was resinous, just like Chang blood like that. It mixed with the rainwater earlier. At that time, people said, oh my God, heaven is striking a demon, but poor thing. Let the demon, the 5th pass by right when the heavens were striking a demon, so Ra died too. That night I slept normally. It was almost dawn. Then I heard that thumping, 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 thumping sound. It sounded like there were about 10 people. I ran past my grandmother's door. I opened the door. I saw that. People were running towards the tamarind tree. Why are there so many people? I'm also nosy. I went down to the kitchen. I saw my grandmother cooking a pot of sweet potatoes outside. I took out some sweet potatoes and brought them with me. What did I have to do? Go out. I watched people and ate a sweet potato. Go out to that place right at the corner of the tamarind tree and didn't see anyone. I said, oh, I saw clearly just now. The aunts and uncles ran to this place. It seemed like they were digging. I looked for a hammer or something. What? Then just sit down and eat the sweet potato. Don't be afraid to listen. Eat for a while and then sleep. I just heard a sound. Hey, go somewhere else. Give me your seat. Open my eyes. I don't see anyone sitting next to me, but I see about 5 or 6 uncles or something. A few meters away from me, people are digging a hole to find this tongue. I said, oh my God, these old men are like ghosts, appearing and disappearing. I didn't see them just now. Now I woke up and saw them all, but the important thing now is that people only found 1 tongue. The lightning was also gray. It was like it was made of cement, but it wasn't just one. The hammer dug up 2 hammers. 'Cause oh my God. He struck 2 lightning bolts. 1 lightning bolt struck the demon right at the tamarind root. Lightning bolt struck the guy named that year. That's why I picked up 2 hammers. But the person who picked them up, the person who kept them was the 4th Meothan Chung said that if AI dug them up, he would keep them until the next day. The purple girl is the wife of Uncle Tam in the old neighborhood. She cried to her grandmother and said, Aunt Eight, Aunt Eight, come over and tell that fourth Mio for me. Aunt Eight, can you please lend me the hammer too? Grind it for my husband to drink, Aunt Eight, but my husband doesn't know what's wrong. His leg is swollen now. It's so painful he can't walk at all, only that hammer can be ground and Ra can drink. But I borrowed it from him and he didn't have it. Grandma heard that and felt sorry for him. She bit her lip and borrowed it from Uncle Tu. Mia grandma is very prestigious. Hearing that AI also respected him, became Uncle Tu to borrow it immediately. No matter what you say, don't borrow it. They was also very stubborn. Dung led him very hard to hear don't want to lend because I've kept 2 hammers like a magical thing in my body. Don't lend to anyone, keep it in my body all the time. Luckily my grandmother borrowed it. Otherwise others wouldn't have it easy. Mr. Cho, the day my grandmother brought the hammer over to Aunt Purple's house. I saw him listening attentively. He couldn't sit still. His leg was more swollen than an elephant's. Don't know what happened. Also grinded Ra Cho to drink like that. But it slowly went away. It deflated like this. Don't dare to borrow forever, so... poor Ra, each bite and drink slowly like this. Otherwise borrowing as Uncle Tu Mayo won't have chun the way the 2 of us went home. My grandmother also told me more. This hammer isn't just anywhere with a strike will dig it up. You hear it also depends on fate. That's why Mr. Thien Loyhe left it hammer for me to cure people. Now try to lend it to the heart, and then it will be sharpened. When it drinks it all, it will be returned until it can be returned. He sharpens. Why is my hammer it is so thin so when it is returned? The master of the secret will not be happy. Oh my God, he feels more sorry than anything else. Keep it forever. Keep it forever. Don't lend it all. Sometimes when sick, he doesn't dare to use it. So that's why he has a karma. This karma. He has to lose his life. Because of his greed having this thing, but he uses it. The sick people in his neighborhood, whoever drinks the water of this hammer, will all be gone, only the secret will not be gone. Although he keeps 2 hammers on his person. One is kept in a box of his, that he saves. It seems like he will save it until he dies. He doesn't use it. Also a tree. This tree sometimes, if anyone borrows it, it will give it, but it is not happy. Really, Ra is very hungry, so it lends it that day. It went to catch snakes. It went into a bamboo bush. It saw a whole snake nest like this. A cobra. It caught the whole snake nest and brought it home to kill it to eat. It thought it was a cobra. It was not poisonous. So Ra was also very subjective. It did not have any taboos at all, holding and catching it with bare hands. Like this, when it was about to catch the raw snake and kill it. Then this snake bit into its hand. It bit its teeth and a hole. Deep hole was dug into its hand like this. It was not scared anymore. So it just bandaged it normally, because it knew this cobra buffalo snake was not poisonous at all. Like this. But after eating this pot of snake meat, it had a seizure and kept having convulsions until it convulsed. It foamed at the mouth. It came out. Then his wife immediately sharpened this hammer. Let him drink. He couldn't drink anymore. Pour water in and it all came back out. No, he couldn't drink. That's why he died that day. It was because of his hammer. I didn't witness the death of Uncle Tumeo, but I witnessed the part where he focused. He drank the water from this hammer, and he was cured. The leg is real, and hearing this, our story today has ended. Before ending the story, don't forget to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel to receive the latest ghost story videos. If you find this story interesting, you can leave a comment below. Let everyone know. If you've watched this far, don't forget to give Uncle 3 Dewey a like and a subscribe. Bye, everyone.